After not having some revised sets for the first 12 packs, we've had a couple of them recently. We'll see what else we might get. Surprisingly, no Tatooine yet, even though, well, I guess it's just how it works sometimes. We've had 3 special edition and no Tatooine, even though they're the same probability of being rolled. For a while, I was rolling that. Well, yeah, Tatooine 5 packs. That's some of the most I've opened of any of these packs. 62. That is a Tatooine. Okay, so yeah, we got a Tatooine booster. And I want to make sure I keep tally here. All right, so let's open a Tatooine pack. First set I ever bought a booster box from. I remember getting an alternate image Qui-Gon in one of the very first packs, and got a Maul or 2 as well. Since there's not that many cards in the set, you can get a lot of mains in just one box. Which, I mean, sometimes you could open a whole box of Premier and get, you know, maybe 2 or less. I'm sure it's happened where people have gotten less. These Episode 1 sets went, okay, our rare's a Dark Side card, which reduces the likelihood that we're going to get an AI, because I think there was 5 light side AIs and 4 dark side AIs. AI being alternate image, which are the rare collector's versions of cards. I've put this in a few decks a couple times. Vader being able to subtract 2 from each of the opponent's Battle Destiny draws. It's a lost interrupt, but man, I mean, if they're drawing like 3 Destinies on you and you're subtracting 2, that's can really make a difference. So a lot of pod racing and lightsaber dueling here. Being able to cross Luke to the dark side just by hitting him. Well, I guess they could. Well, depending on what the battle situation is, place Luke in the used pile, which if he's alone there, then that's actually good for the light side. But if he's not alone and he'd be leaving somebody to get beaten down by Vader and pals, then they might have to choose to cross him to the dark side. Well, I guess that's kind of interesting, because maybe without Luke they wouldn't be able to draw Battle Destiny, but yeah, since you can't forfeit Luke, his forfeit doesn't do you any good, but maybe you have like ability 3 that character there who can't draw Battle Destiny. You don't want to get blown out, or maybe there's something else going on. So I think most of the time they probably would put him in the used pile anyways, but I suppose it depends. I've always liked this card. You got to play it at a time where your opponent would rather have you, well, usually you want to play it at a time where your opponent would rather have you retrieve than activate, but I guess it depends. Another really good card, super powerful in Episode Win Sealed especially, where you can subtract 1 from your opponent's Battle Destiny. Interesting mechanic here. Your opponent can place hands in their used pile, which is usually good for them, but they're also power. Their power is whatever whatever your opponent's cards in their hand are. So, if your opponent wants to keep a big hand, which most people do, he could actually end up having really high power. Oops, I saw that our rare's an effect. That's not good. Some dual cancellation, some pod racing stuff. Okay, it's an effect. It's Destiny 4, which I want to say I'm sorry is the card. Nope, this is you may start your landing. So that's actually if you're going to get a red card, you might as well get this one. I actually sell it as a single. It's pretty critical for Walker decks, so it's a fairly useful card. So not a bad pack. You're always a little bummed to see a red card, and as you're rare in Tatooine, you want to see a character of some sort. It could end up being a Sith probe droid, or it could end up being like Shmi Skywalker, but otherwise the characters that you get are pretty good. So not a terrible pack. We could have been a lot worse. It could have been I'm sorry or one of the other random effect helpers, but that one's alright. So thanks for watching this Tatooine video, and I hope you tune in for future videos.